more. Ibig sabihin ay malaki na ang potensyal nitong produktong ito dahil even in other countries, may malakas na demand. Makakasama natin mula sa Mushroom Manila, dito sa ating programa. Welcome, Mr. James Paul Pilandre mula sa Management Sales and Operations ng Mushroom Manila.
Yes, good afternoon.
Hi, magandang
Sa mga
hapon.
viewers ng Diskarte, I'm glad to be here.
Hi, James.
Yeah.
Okay. So, magwa 1 year pa lang itong darating na August ang iyong business. Ano bang, why mushroom? Why did you think of oyster mushroom? At saka, ito bang oyster mushroom? Yung malalaki na white?
Yes, correct.
White?
Yeah.
Oo.
Okay.
Okay.
Yeah, so basically, just to correct first, ano siya? Mushroom mania. It's
not
like,
mushroom.
mania. So, parang
Sorry daw po.
psychedelic ang dating niya.
May
So, we call
nagsasorry
it
po sa
mushroom
inyo
mania.
dito.
Okay.
So, basically, why mushrooms? Of course, I mean, a lot of people know kung ano yung mga benefits ng mushroom pagdating sa ating health.
love mushroom.
Antioxidants, and then, vitamins and minerals and stuff like that. Pero
Walang
what
cholesterol.
other people don't know is yung mushroom, meron tayong abundance of growers dito sa Philippines. Actually it can grow even hanggang Tagaytay and stuff like that. Unlike yung mga other mushroom species like portobello or yung mga bush or yung mga button, they need to grow on a certain temperature na lower, mga pang Baguio siya or probably colder than that.
Aha.
So we foresee na this one is an industry that we can look into para mai-export natin into other countries. Kasi since we have a lot of growers here, so it's good na besides the local consumption, we can also export it particularly to Singapore where I came from. Yeah.
Ito, so you already said maraming supply kasi it grows easily, no? Madali lang siya i-grow, kaya very stable yung supply niya. Saan galing yung supply niyo?
Correct. Madali lang siya talagang i-grow. Kasi nga, I think yung meron siyang mga seeds and stuff like that, yung mga fruiting bags. I think within a few, I think for a month, they can harvest at least twice or 3 times. And then, actually, yung mga fruiting bags na yun can last up to mga 6 months and stuff before siya palitan. So actually constant yung production niya and stuff. And at the same time, maraming growers, a lot of people are into this oyster mushroom business because like what I say, pwede siya sa lowlands. Hindi siya, not necessarily kailangan nandun siya sa mga colder climates.
Okay. So,
It's ideal talaga for the Philippines.
okay.
Yeah.
So, James, sabi mo, madali siyang ialagaan, madali siyang padamihin. Kahit may bagyo, hindi naman madaling ma-affect ito. Kasi, di ba, you have to cover the mushroom.
Yes, definitely. Yeah.
What do you call that? Mushroom, tinatakpan yan eh. Diba?
Yeah, correct. I mean,
Parang
actually, even in other countries like in Singapore, they also grow mushroom indoors Kaya lang, mas maganda sa atin kasi mas
moist.
technically, mas mataba yung lupa natin, mas maganda. So, and then, yung preparation natin, we have wider spaces and stuff like that. And you're right. I mean, okay siya okay siya kahit may bagyo because it's not planted indoors. So, mostly, it's not planted outdoors, sorry. Mostly indoor siya. We put it in facilities na covered siya, pero at least meron siyang
Di ba kailangan ng moisture?
Humidity and moisture para ma-enhance yung growth ng oyster mushrooms.
Anong klaseng technology yung kailangan, James, para masarap? 'Di ba? Kasi I see a lot of this. 'Di ba in the last couple of years parang biglang nag-mushroom yung mga mushroom. Di ba?
Nangabuti.
Yes.
Dumami yung nagbebenta nito. May mga mom and pop businesses na ako nakikita na
May
gano'n.
chips na nga,
May
mushroom chips.
Iba-ibang klase. So, anong klaseng technology yung kailangan mong aralin para makaproduce ka ng ganito? At paano mo ini-improve yung produkto mo? Kasi yung mga anak ko hanggang ngayon ayaw pa rin nilang kumain. Parang chips pa rin sila ng chips. Ito mas healthy.
I mean, it's just ang lang namin, ang unique selling proposition namin sa business is definitely different from the others, which are called the pre-pack. You know, they usually prepare it in bulk and then pre-pack nila yung mushrooms, and then they sell it to groceries. So basically, what we do in order for us to keep yung freshness ng flavor, yung crispiness, tsaka yung size ng malalaking mushroom chips, is we cook it on the spot. So parang parang ang business model niya is something like very similar to like potato corner, you know, wherein we cook it once the customer orders it, you know, para talagang intact yung freshness niya. So that's also the process that we wanted to take overseas, kasi nga even in overseas, you know, particularly in Singapore and in Malaysia, lalo na particularly sa Malaysia, they need halal certification and stuff like that. So I think it's good if we can really introduce the process of freshly cooked mushroom chips with dips. So iba talaga, iba talaga yung lasa niya from all of those pre-packed mushroom chips na you buy from groceries. Kasi yung mga pre-pack, they have the tendency na madurog yung yung mga chips when you keep on moving it around and stuff. Tapos yung iba nadadaganan, so it becomes so small yung mga chips. So hindi siya nagiging talagang kasing sarap ng freshly cooked.
Okay, you know? James, sabi
and then
mo,
the other thing is, of course, yung mga flavors, they usually go down. In time, pagkaluto, it goes down and stuff like that. So yung mga flavors medyo lacking din siya. Unlike when you cook it fresh, you know, we went into Greenfields one time. You know, a lot of people are really into it. Greenfields weekend market. We try to demo, you know, and then they were really happy with the taste. Totally iba daw.
Anything that's freshly cooked is good. Pero yun ang goal mo. Goal mo is for the people to enjoy your product freshly cooked. Pero if you start exporting, paano na yung freshness or yung idea mo na gusto mo freshly cooked yung matitikman ng mga mga bibili sa abroad or i-export mo with a dip?
Yes, actually, what we wanted to export is the process. Right? So, even for us, ang oyster mushroom kasi within the number of days, like 2 to 3 days, masisira na rin siya. So, we have a technique on how we wanted to not really preserve it, but we already pre-cook it up to 80% of the needed preparation para at least ma-preserve mo pa rin siya. So, you pre-cook it na. It's not really that fresh, as in 100% fresh. So you pre-cook you pre-cook the mushroom chips first, to the extent na pwede mo siyang i-keep, you know, for longer periods of time, and then i-recook mo na lang ulit siya on the spot, so on the process. So, you know, what we are trying to do is we're in the process of acquiring FDA for us para, you know, mai-export nga namin yung semi-cooked, that means semi-prepared chips, yung 80%, and then once it goes into the other countries like in Singapore, actually we have plans also of bringing it to Canada and probably the States, you know, once we get all the certifications necessary from the FDA, you know. So basically, pagdating sa other countries, tsaka nila ulit i-recook na yung chips. Something like that. And then they can also make their own flavors. You know, like for example, in Singapore, they can create flavors like laksa or, you know, chicken rice flavor, depende dun sa mga powders tsaka dun sa mga dips na available dun sa country na yun.
James, question. So, ang i-export mo yung proseso, therefore, you wanna get in touch with resellers ba? So that they get you get to teach them the technology or the process, and then dadalhin nila sa ibang bansa. They recook it there and then they can sell it there as resellers.
Yes, correct. Yeah. Actually, madali siya. I mean, our plans for future expansion is basically based on online franchising muna siya, and then once we perfect na yung online franchising, when we get people to cook for us, because I think that's the best way. You get army of people who will prepare the stuff for you, instead of you doing everything. So para at least yung scalability ng product mas mabilis once there are a lot of people, right? So magbe-benefit sila dun sa ano na yan. Magbe-benefit sila dun. Yeah. Kami magbe-benefit din kami.
I think both of you will benefit. Pero one final question, James. So, the franchise fee at the moment, kaya ba ng small businesses? And ano yung expected na ROI for those who would like to get into the program?
Yeah. I mean, for now, since we are just starting, actually what we plan to do is we don't want it to impose any cost in franchising muna for the time being. Maybe we're looking at a year, because like any other business, we need to create traffic. We need to create traction muna in order for us to grow. So siguro what we will do is swerte na rin yung mga first few people that we will be teaching the process kasi they will benefit from free franchising and royalties at this point in time until we get a certain amount. Kasi ang end game naman namin, what we're looking at is really overseas, and of course para may export namin yung product and stuff like that, and then of course it's better if we can really sell it on other countries. And then for here, kasi minsan yung mga iba meron na tayong stable market here of chips na yun na nga, yung pre-pack and stuff. So what we are really aiming for is we're going overseas. I mean, in particularly in Singapore.
Ang ganda ng packaging, parang ang neat. Anong flavors yan? Yung blue, yung green, yung red?
Gutom ka na naman.
We have 5 different flavors, of course. One is Singapore salted egg, which is the best. And then we have ultimate garlic. And then we have sour cream. And then, of course, we have for the kids, we have yung cheese and tsaka yung barbecue flavor. Yan. So, yan. Tapos, sa dips naman, we have French ranch, we have salsa, and we have cheese. Yan. So, we also develop all of those powders.
The dip is
For
bought
some reason,
separately.
the Singaporeans love salted egg. Di ba
Of
meron
course.
sikat na
Parang Irvin's.
Yeah, Irvin's.
I thought you heard about Irvin's.
Yes,
Ang mahal nun, ha?
Masarap naman.
Yeah, so far
Mahal.
that's very expensive.
Mahal.
Ano lang yan, fish skin lang siya. Right?
Ang gaan
So basically, we also studied kung ano yung lasa nung Irvin's and then we tweaked it a bit to
Para mas Filipino.
to match the Filipino taste buds kasi medyo may pagkamanghang ang it's slightly spicy kasi Singaporeans like spicy food. So yung Irvin's medyo may pagka-spicy yung salted egg flavors nila.
Okay, sana gusto ko malaman.
Sana maging successful.
Yeah. Where can we see your products or buy or taste your products?
Yeah. Currently we're still selling it online for now. We have a website, okay? It's www.beatmeat.ph.
Parang
why beet meat is
na
kasi mushroom is just one of our products eh.
Oh.
We're really targeting plant-based meat products like pwedeng siomai, pwedeng siopaw and stuff like that. The purely mushroom-based siya or purely plant-based siya. Kasi Singapore is really looking for this type of alternative food sources eh. Right? So since I'm Singapore-based, Singapore permanent resident pa rin naman ako, so I can expand the business there quickly.
Salamat naman, James, dahil kailangan natin yan yung mga nagpipigil ng magkaroon ng cholesterol sa katawan. Thank you.
It's technically it's low fat,
Correct. Thank you.
Tsaka we have a process of de-oiling it. So technically tinatanggal din namin talaga yung oil. Yun yung one of the key stuff kung bakit nagiging crispy yung fries namin is because of our de-oiling process.
Alright. Thank you very much, James. Maraming salamat sa pag-join sa atin.
Thank you very much din sa inyo. Thank you very much for your time. At least I was able to open up the business to you guys.
Yes, thank you so much. Maraming salamat, James Paul Pilandre mula sa Mushroom Mania. Samantalang, ito na. Alamin na natin kung anong salve niya.
G ka na bang yumaman? Listen up.